So when we set at the KaosPilots, what's really important here is that we work with diagnostic assessment first. We want to meet the students where they're at. So if you want to work with any form of emotional connection or any type of deep or more sustainable change inside companies or with students, we need to be aware of what they're bringing. What's their luggage? What's their success? What's their passion? What's their interest? What's their prior experience? And we use diagnostic assessment because we want to make sure that we do this instead of this. So we go through a large process where we're actually figuring out the students, and about 120 students apply. 80 get picked then for a workshop, and 36 get picked from that final workshop. And the whole workshop and process is run by the students with support from staff. This idea of diagnostic assessment is so important, because if you want students to come with something, it's very important that you find out what their level is. And then if the level is lower, then you have to spend the first couple of weeks of the program giving them what you think they need to start the program. So we have this diagnostic, we meet them where they're at. We want to work with assumptions and values and attitudes. Purpose and need, motivation. We want to figure out what's alive in those students or those learners and bring it with them. Why would you ignore things that they're passionate about if you want to try to make an emotional connection and try to design for engagement? And then we set and we adjust if required, setting all the arches. I'll go back to next week. I'll talk to you more about how we do it at the KaosPilots. This is just the bullet points. So we create a very strong call for adventure. And we set the connection and the conditions. We then give them a chance to actually work as KaosPilots without any frames, without any knowledge, without any understanding of what they're going to learn. We just throw them into the deep end. So we set the context for what they're about to learn. And when you set the context, you set the purpose or you don't set the purpose. So when we work with clients, we always set the purpose until we build enough trust to then bring them in through very complex, chaotic experiences. KaosPilots know what they're saying yes to. So right from the beginning, we don't set the purpose. We just throw them into chaos. So that when they emerge from that chaos, they're so clear in what they need. So they understand that the context has been set. So now they know why the content is important, why it's powerful, why it's relevant. And when we've done that, and when they're asking for about 80% of what we're going to give them, then we go really deep into and practice on deep learning in terms of the real theory, methodology, skills that are required for them to do the job better next time. I'll come back to this next week or on Friday. So in a nutshell, these are all the things we're setting. There's a lot going on, but it's so important that when we're setting, that we are setting so many arches, and it takes the time it needs to set all these things.